Hi, how y'all doing? You know, that whole situation with Dr. Ford and Brett Kavanaugh got me to thinking about Clarence Thomas. You remember the Clarence Thomas hearing with Anita Hill? Just got me to thinking about that. And you know, it's a shame that we got these kind of people on the Supreme Court. These people with two personalities who are sexual predators. You know, they don't deserve a place on the Supreme Court. I think it's just a total shame that we got these people like that on the Supreme Court. But I thought about Clarence Thomas and the Anita Hill testimonies. And Clarence Thomas was really about sexual harassment in the workplace, which is probably fairly common. Probably 80% of women have gone through that. Probably just as many women that have slept their way to the top. Who knows, okay? Now, one thing about Clarence Thomas is that, you know, instead of going to the streets, which most black men, if they want a hoe, they go get one from the streets, okay? But Clarence Thomas, he's trying to turn the workplace women into one of his hoes. And maybe they don't want to be a hoe. That's where his mistake was. He's assuming because see, he's thinking with the wrong head. That's what the old folks used to say. You're thinking with the wrong head, okay? He's thinking with the wrong head that every woman he meets in the workplace is a hoe like the one on the street. Okay? That's what he's thinking. So he tries to turn, and he's successful for the most part, all the women in the workplace. He's trying to turn them to a hoe. Now, most black men, when they want a hoe, they get a hoe from the street. Duh. Okay? Now, one thing about Clarence Thomas, let's get real for a minute, y'all. He ugly, y'all. He black and ugly. Dark skin, black and ugly. Okay? Let's get real for a minute. We used to say that when we were young. He black, dark black, and ugly. Okay? I'm real, y'all. Let's get real for a minute. He ugly. And you know what? I always say that sin makes a fool of us. It really made a fool of him because he thinks, as ugly as he is, I don't care if he does have a law degree. I don't care if he has 2 law degrees, okay? He's saying a man as ugly as he is can get any kind of woman, can talk to any woman, particularly a black woman, any kind of way he wants to. He can treat her like a hoe if he wants to. That's really the message that he's sending. That he can talk to a black woman, I don't care if she has 2 or 3 law degrees, like she's a common hoe. Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay, so if you go on YouTube and do a lot of research, a lot of other women have said they had these things with him, Clarence Thomas, where they would have threesomes. Okay, so in addition, these are women that work at the same place. So in addition, they got to see this black ugly man in the workplace from 9 to 5. Then they got to see his black A at night. Now, the fact that he liked threesomes tells me you got to look at somebody else's black A. Okay? That's the worst part. I mean, it's bad enough looking at Clarence Thomas because he ugly, y'all. And you got to look at his black A. You know, you got to deal with him from 9 to 5. You got to deal with these legal issues from 9 to 5. And then you got to look at his black behind at night. Now, that's really not a good picture. I mean, that's just too much to handle, y'all. I mean, that's enough to say no more dinner. Okay? No more dinner, y'all. Okay? Now, you know, I read Clarence Thomas's autobiography. I mean, he's backwoods, swamp, one of those swamp niggas. Okay? But look, you know what? There are a lot of people, a lot of men like him. You know, I remember when I was in college, there was this dark-skinned black guy, and I don't know what anybody saw with him. I mean, I just had to even meet him, I just had a glimpse of unreality, y'all, because he was stone ugly. I mean, even then, I wasn't even used to looking at a man that ugly. Because in my town, the men don't look halfway bad. Most of them kind of nice looking. I just wasn't used to even look at somebody that ugly, much less meeting him. Okay, and he was one of those swamp niggas. I mean, just so ugly. He act ugly. He act like he's from the swamp. But see, Clarence Thomas reminds me of him. I mean, too ugly for words. And you know what? I saw him on the internet. He's still cotton picking ugly, y'all. Okay. And, well, I just leave it at that. He's still cotton picking ugly. So, can you imagine that? Okay, Clarence Thomas reminds me of that. You know, he's from the swamps. He's ugly. And he thinks just because he has a law degree, that every woman, no, black or white, wants to see his black behind. Wants to work with him 9 to 5 and then look at his black behind after work. Okay? And can you just imagine Clarence Thomas? He's all dark skinned and ugly. He don't have sense enough to go on the streets and get himself a hoe. He's all black and ugly. You got to deal with him from 9 to 5, and then you got to look at his black ass after 5. That's not a good picture, y'all.